peaceful, isn't it, that waterfall? I'm Kathy Fitzpatrick, and I'm the director of Young Lions Youth Ministry Program. I work with teens in youth detention, and I train men and women to work with them in teams, and we help to address some of the issues they're facing in there, such as addiction, violence, anger, gang issues, just trying to find themselves, trying to deal with coming back to life and being productive. I started going in about 1997. I went in with another group, and it was led by the youth pastor from our church. It was an amazing experience. We saw the kids really respond to us on a deep gut level. They were very open. We started seeing the range of their issues, their problems, their backgrounds, their crimes. It was shocking. It seemed to be something that was not really being addressed by anyone. And so we began to look forward to going in, and we saw a lot of changes. We would come in under the umbrella of Volunteer Chapel because you have to come in and start rebuilding crumbling foundations. Faith-based program is where it is at, because it's like a person that's in the 4 stages of cancer feeling death rattle. As far as their inner man, it has crumbled and is at the phase of death, of no return. So it is the principles the Bible talks about as far as rebuilding that inner person, and then you start adding on all the other psychology, the principles, the overcoming anger, violence, suicidal tendencies, addictions. But now you have tools. You have real tools that really can ignite into real answers, real issues that are going somewhere to promote and to bring success in those young people. Just about the time we thought we had something really exciting going on, we experienced an unusual attack just out of nowhere in our lives. It was really out of hell. That's all I can say. And in a few months, the first team collapsed. I felt the reverberations, those invisible earthquakes as well. But the Lord asked me to continue, and I thought it was the only mistake God ever made, because I was never out of that culture. I was never addicted to drugs. I came from a very classy background, good family. I did my homework as a kid. I was never in trouble. I just told God, you got to be kidding. I mean, I loved going in. I loved the results that we saw, but I could not imagine working with these teen felon boys from gangs and all their extreme violence, and just I was doing it, but I mean alone. I was the one. I saw all pods, 2 large boys groups and a smaller girls group. And I was impressed. I saw a vision of myself kind of in this black outfit with a leather coat, and I thought, that's really funny, And God says, yeah, that's how you're going to look. And I'm going to show you what to do and what to say. And I just, what an adventure. All I can say is this really happened. So I began going in, and the people of the facility, they told me, the kids really like you, so we're gonna get behind you on this. So I did some amazing sessions with them every Friday night. We use music. Sometimes I would sing. Sometimes we use a boombox. We use video. We use a lot of creative things. And as I would go in each week, I would pray. It's like, okay, God, you said you're gonna help me out here, so let's see it. I want to know what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to say. And he would begin kind of showing me and filtering in a message, a grain of an idea. Tuesday, Wednesday, I would have it. Thursday, I was typing, and by Friday, I had that lesson in my hand, and I would speak with it. Sometimes I had copies for them if we're doing an anger class or whatever we might be doing. And so I saw some amazing results with these people, these young people, everyone thought were so lost and so impossible. I would be at home in my beautiful West Valley, like Ms. Bruce Wayne, with my cup of coffee and looking out on the view and just reading the paper, and here would be all this teen violence going on in the region. It would be enough to scare anyone from going in there. Shootings, stabbings, arson, teen boy holds woman hostage for 18 hours, all these kind of things. And at the very last line of the article would be, and held in Yakima County Youth Detention. So I knew by Friday night I was going to be looking at them eyeball to eyeball. And I was always asked God, what are we going to talk about? And it was always amazing to me how I would receive such wisdom and insight, and sometimes it'd be funny, sometimes it'd be serious, but talking with them at a soul gut level. What are your dreams? Where do your dreams go? Where are your talents? You know, God says, I'm going to give you a great destiny if we connect up here. And he never fails to do that. They began just really opening up, reaching out, wanting to turn around, wanting to change. They just never thought they had any hope. And so they established all these ties and unhealthy alliances with, gangs or just whatever has happened to put them in jail, addictions to overcome the pain, things like that. When they start really getting into the Bible and trusting God and make that breakthrough, suddenly they don't need the drugs because the pain and all the other issues start disappearing and they start growing as a confident young person. It's something we all need. So across the board with jail and chapel, no matter where you're at, adult, prison, youth detention, the lasting change to climb out of that pit and start becoming a productive adult starts in chapel. The real recovery that's lasting starts because of the spiritual issue being healed. And so I was acquainted with that principle already. And so this is where we began youth detention and started building and creating all the sessions and creative topics and addressing their issues from there. So if you have a heart to work with teens in youth detention and you understand the basic premise of how this can succeed through a faith-based program, now you have the tools. I wrote Extreme Teen Rescue, which is like my personal notebook because I did all these messages more than once, at least once, and they're in a book for other people to use. So I invite you to explore that, and it really is possible for these young people to turn around, and it really is possible to impact your world and your community where you live.